Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour to all that are joining us. I will await some more of you guys to join. Welcome to the stream. Apologies, this video didn't come out at 10 a.m. today, but life. One of the cats was ill, so we had to take them to the vet last night. So didn't have any time to film it, unfortunately, but nonetheless, we are live. Oh, here he is. Here he is. We didn't have him in the last stream. To be fair, it was at 10 p.m. But Black Country Villain, an absolute legend of the channel, by the way. He's up there with Duncan. Bonjour, bonsoir. Bonjour, bonsoir. Back to you. We're going to be previewing the Bournemouth game today. I didn't manage to get anyone on in terms of special guest previewers. Really annoyed about that. I am really trying, guys, to bring you guys a special guest from each club that we do play. It just didn't quite work out with Bournemouth. So we're going to go through some stuff today, but I thought it could be quite cool because we're going to do some stuff live as well. So hopefully that will go nicely. We can go through the lineup that I think we might go for together. We can look through the injury news together as well. So if you are coming into the stream, be sure to share it around, all that good stuff, with all of your friends, family, Aston Villa fans that you know that might want to come in and have a chat about the game before it happens tomorrow. We play at 3 p.m. And if you are new, of course, subscribe so that we can reach our goal of 7.5 by the end of the year. Flange 0027. Hello and welcome. Good evening. Up the Villa to you as well. Andy Hilly. I know. They've done me again. Do you know what I put as my thumbnail for the last time I done it? It was a live match review. It was after the how did we play? The Red Bull game, Salzburg. And I put George Hemmings on the thumbnail, which I do before the live stream starts, saying Villa's next star boy. He drops a stinker. And Jimo Aloba goes and plays really, really well. So there you go. Bonjour to Black Country Villain from Flange as well. And then Black Country Villain, he repays the favour, man. This guy's an absolute hero around here, by the way. Flange, thought you knew something we didn't. I bloody wish I did. I wish I did. So I made it because obviously he's been in all of the training pictures, hasn't he? That was like the big thing about the training pictures, but that ALYSSON was in all of them. He's back in first team training. There's pictures of him clashing with Luca Digne and all that kind of stuff. But Emery has said that he's not quite ready for this weekend. Now, whether that means that he's going to be completely out of the squad or on the bench, I don't quite know. We will have to wait and see on that one. But some other relatively interesting news did come out of the injury news from Villa in and around Villa. And also, interestingly, Brian Maggio is confirmed to be training with the first team. So there you go. Liam Ritchie says, I got myself a match-worn Dougie shirt for surviving 84-hour work weeks, and the man bathes in cologne. I mean, you know what? Dougie strikes me as the type of person who probably smells amazing. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he smells good, doesn't he? You know, some people, you just look at them and you just know that they are like head to toe dripped in Sauvage. Do you know what I mean? Johnny Depp might actually be the one applying it to him. And Dougie gives me those vibes. Typical Emery, bedding in slowly, I think. Hey, you know, a lot of people are quick to forget that Yuri Tielemans couldn't get a whiff in the starting lineup for about a year, could he? Do you know what I mean? And there was talks of Yuri Tielemans wanting to leave the club because of how long Emery was taking to bed him in. So I'm not too worried. Black Country Villain, I thought ALYSSON was in training. He is. The thumbnail of this video is taken from one of the training pictures that was put up on the Villa website today. He is in full first team training. We're going to go through the injury news very, very shortly. ALYSSON just not ready, according to Emery, to be into the match day squad. And then Flange, that is amazing. It bloody is. And Black Country Villain also agrees with you there. But we will be switching over very shortly to go through the match, the preview, go all that, you know, all that good stuff. And we'll go through an interactive lineup. We can pick how we want Villa to line up together as well. Let me just get all of that sorted out for you guys right now. I just need to do this whole like share screen thing. God, it's so technical on the channel. There we go. We can just share that entire thing there, and then we will be switching over very, very shortly as we're going to start going through the preview, looking at this game. And it's going to be a tough one, guys, and ladies. It's going to be a tough one because Bournemouth, despite having a little drop-off in form, I feel like they've come back quite well recently. They made a good signing in January in Rayan. I think that's a good replacement for Anton Semenyo, who, of course, they moved on to Manchester City. But I can't get it out of my head. We absolutely battered Bournemouth when we played them this season. So, we could come and do a little bit of a madness. You never know. We could come and do an absolute madness against Bournemouth. We have to travel to Dorset, to the Vitality Stadium. So who knows? Who knows? Just before we get into the match preview proper, Liam Ritchie, thank you. It was from the 2-1 win at Spurs in the 23-24 season when he had that amazing free kick assist for Pau. What a free kick it was. What a goal it was from Pau, a game that I thought we were going to lose. But there you go. I hope he shows promising signs. I reckon he's got a lot of potential. ALYSSON, I think, does have a lot of potential, and it seems like he is really impressing the right people at Aston Villa. And you know what? I think it's actually good that Emery has taken this time to bed him into the team. Because I think, look at the last person that Emery threw in that we signed was Evan Gasson, and look how that turned out. Do you know what I mean? Shame you couldn't get the guys on from back of the net. A great Cherries pod, maybe one for next time. I emailed them twice. This is going to make me look really sad now, Flange. Thank you for that. I'm joking. I did email them twice. To see whether they were available to come on, but they didn't get back to me. But yes, definitely for next time, they will be ones that I am looking to get on. I know, you've done me. You've done me on a Friday night at 8 minutes past 6. Bloody hell, yeah. God, it's been a long day, guys. I'm sorry. Still in the old work uniform and everything. But let's switch over here to the match preview. And I will be reading the comments and popping them up as they come in as well. So don't worry about that. If we add this to the stage and switch over here, let's go. Let's go. Keep your comments coming in. I can still read them. I'm just over here now. Hello. But let's go quickly through the foot mob and let's have a little look at this game. Again, Bournemouth tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Vitality. Do you know what really surprised me? I don't know if anyone else realised this. I knew Bournemouth had a really small stadium. Their stadium capacity is 11,000. I don't know why. That really surprised me that their stadium only seats 11,000. I knew the Vitality was small. Billy Roman here coming in. What's your thoughts on Rodgers? If you're talking about me, pretty goddamn good. You should probably subscribe. I'm joking. Not really been showing any good performances. I think Rodgers is one of those enigma players, isn't he? And he's one of those players where I think if you were to watch him on like a week-to-week basis and like actually study him in game, like he's been dispossessed the most times from his first touch this season in the Premier League. He gives the ball away a lot, but he's also probably got Villa about 20 of our points this season. Do you know what I mean? With his outrageous goals, with his assists. I think he just lacks consistency. And I think if he gets consistency, he will be one of the best players in the world. But I think what he has at the moment is just that match winner spark that's really, really rare to find. But I do agree. I think especially in our last game, obviously that disappointing 1-0 loss against Brentford, he was off of it. I mean, he could have not been on the pitch and you wouldn't have noticed. He was, and the issue is with Morgs, as soon as he starts coming up against a low block, I think he struggles with because he doesn't have that room. But, Black Country, I believe he will feature soon. I would imagine if I had to clip it, we're not on Twitch, are we? And I understand that my audience are mainly not 12, which is the kind of people that would understand it when I say clip it. But I think I have a sneaky suspicion we might see one ALYSSON cameo off of the bench in the Premier League. And then I think he might be in line for a start against Newcastle in the FA Cup, if I had to guess. B, C, V. Flange, apparently they're doubling the stadium according to Back of the Net. Don't want to keep rubbing it in. yeah, cheers. If we can just mention the podcast that aired me and didn't come onto the show a few more times, that would be really, really good. And I'm only joking. I mean, even doubling it would put it up to 22,000. Like for a Premier League stadium, that just seems like not a lot. I don't know. Maybe Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but it's crazy that, again, no wonder they have to make so much money from selling players, right? Just because they clearly can't be making that much money from their ticket sales. Now, we'll go through the predicted lineups. We are going to do our lineup together, guys, in about 10 minutes. We'll go through our lineup and we'll pick it together. So be sure you are here for that and active in the chat. I hope you're right. The Newcastle game, I'll be there for that one. I hope I am right too. I am hoping that I'll be able to get down to the Spurs game in May. I say down, up. I'm like 5 hours away from Birmingham now. But hopefully if I can get up there for the Spurs game, hopefully I can take my camera up and film. And if any of you guys are going to be at the Spurs game, we can get some stuff outside of the stadium after. And there he is, guys. I can't believe it. We have two of the all-time Rodgers Reports legends in the chat right now, in Black Country Villain and Duncan Kilburn 7612. Absolute heroes. And look, everyone knows each other. Everyone's friends. And that's what I love about this channel. And there he is as well, Black Country Villain. This is like watching royalty for new people around here. But let's go through this Bournemouth team here as the comments keep on flooding in. Now, in goal, they have Petrovic. I think Petrovic has actually done all right this season, to be fair. Billy Roman, they are the GOATs. They are the GOATs. Yeah, Petrovic done well. Traffert was a player that we were linked with, actually, in summer. Adrian Traffert came over from Ligue 1. Very, very good offensively. Defensively, I think he is a bit suspect. So, you know, we could have Sancho up against him, or do we go all in and do we try and put Leon Bailey up against Traffert, who is going to get forward? Like, yeah. Glad Cliver is missing. Yeah, Cliver, massive player for Bournemouth last season. I think him, Semenyo, you know, those are the two that you were really looking at last season and thinking, bloody hell, they are dragging Bournemouth up the table. And yes, he will be missing, I believe. If we scroll down, he's not back for a little while, is he? Yeah, mid-April. And they're missing Marcus Tavernier, another good player as well. We'll get into all of their injury concerns. Obviously, Villa, we know all about injuries, don't we, guys? We know all about injuries. Then in the centre of the defence, Hill, I don't know too much about. Obviously came in. Bournemouth had to do a complete rebuild at the back, effectively. But Marcus Senesi, a player, I've done a video on the channel about like the top 5 free agents in the summer I would love Aston Villa to sign. And Marcus Senesi was in there. He is a fantastic left-footed centre-back. I think he's probably a little bit better than Pau Torres, dare I say, in my opinion. And he is available on free in the summer. I would actually really like Villa to go after him in the summer. Anana Louise could be the best pivot of them all if they all stay fit. If they all stay fit, guys, you know what I say about Amadou Onana. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. He was manufactured in the same factory that the grannies were knitting shreddies, because that guy just falls apart. Fingers crossed. Yay. I'm crossing my fingers too, Black Country Villain. Don't you worry. So moving on. Yeah, they have Hill. Actually, I really don't know too much about Hill. Let's have a quick look at him here. James Hill, 24 years of age. Only recently broke through into that Bournemouth team. Returned from a loan in 2024 from Blackburn. But actually, you know what? You'd be hard-pressed to say he's not being putting in some good performances there. A 7 against Chelsea, 7.2 against Arsenal, 7.5 against Tottenham, 7.6 in the 3-2 win over Liverpool. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Fair enough. I really didn't know too much about him. But, hey, if anyone can spawn amazing defenders out of thin air, it's going to be Bournemouth, isn't it? And then Smith at right back. Again, you think about players you might be able to exploit if he is going to start right back. 34 years of age. He's not the quickest in the world. Drop stinkers when it matters. Get Morgan Rodgers against him. Do you know what I mean? He's winning 42% of his duels, 45% of his aerial duels. He's only won 21 duels in the bottom 20th percentile this season. That's the type of player you want to get Morgan Rodgers against if he is going to start right back. I'm praying for their fitness now, Black Country Villain. Flange, so am I. If we can have Onana and Louise in that pivot, I think top 5, 6, whatever you want to do, is going to be completely achievable this season. We go in to their double pivot in midfield. Cook again. I don't really rate Cook. He's getting on now. Don't think he's the best player in the world. However, one of their danger men for me is this man right here, Alex Scott. Obviously linked with every single big club, I think, effectively in the Premier League at the moment. I think he could be a really, really big talent and a really good player. This season, 2 goals and an assist. Really, really good on the ball. You can see there offensively for a holding midfielder doing really, really well. Billy Roman, said, I reckon Unai's got a trick up his sleeve to down the Cherries. Well, he did earlier on in the season, didn't he? Was it 4-0 we won that game? I think it was. Duncan, yes, that is confirmed. Now you will see it on the Villa website when we do flick through that way. Rory Wilson on a straight loan to Sturm Graz, currently 3rd in the Austrian Bundesliga, and recently didn't make it through in the Europa League. So they are out of the Europa League, 3rd in the Austrian Bundesliga. It will be an interesting game if they still have to play Payok, who have one of our centre-backs that will be signing for us in the summer in, what's his name? Modou Kebasise. Oxygen 1841. Either way, we need points. We really do need points. But yeah, Alex Scott for me, look at that. Look at that. Really, really good player. One that we're going to have to shut down. One that I want someone like Amadou Onana to do a job on, right? Or Emi Bundia, possibly in the 10, Rogers maybe in the 10, to be pushing up high and getting on Scott and closing him down. We can't let him have the ball very much. Out on the left-hand side, that will is Adley. I don't know too much about him either. Of course, they are without Cliver and Tavernier to, you'd expect both of them to start there. Jimenez on the right-hand side, and then these two up front. I mean, this man's the danger man, isn't he? This man's the danger man. Bournemouth's ability to just spawn in these wonder kids is outrageous. I say spawn in. I know they got Hudson or Hudson, whatever his name is, from Juventus, the one they sold to Real Madrid. Don't know where they got the geezer they sold to PSG from, those 2 centre-backs. They got Alex Scott now coming through. And then they signed this kid from Lorient, right? He had 15 goals in 51 games. They loan him back. Geezer bangs 13 in 13. So they're like, hang on, we're going to take you back next season. And now he's got 8 goals in 19 in the Premier League. I think he's got 8 from 10 starts. Eli Junior Krupi is an absolute goal machine. And some way that we need to, or someone rather, that we definitely need to look out for and definitely need to be on it like a car bonnet. Flange Unai is undefeated against Iriola at Villa and Villarreal. Let's get manifesting that the record stays alive. Well, I would say it's been a season for record breaking as we beat Newcastle for the first time since 2005 at St. James's Park. But I think some records are made to not be broken, Flange. And can we agree that record should definitely stay intact? We definitely need 3 points here. Krupi, a player for Villa. I would absolutely love him. I'd love him. He's 19 and he's absolutely spectacular. Black Country Villain, I hope so. We need the points. We definitely do. We're going to be looking at the table very, very shortly. But yeah, Eli Junior Krupi, to have 8 goals from an expected goals of 7.39, only 12 shots on target and he's scoring 8 of them. Maybe it's a purple patch. Maybe he's just outperforming every metric that they ever thought he would have. But he's the danger man, isn't he? If anyone's going to get goals, it's going to be Eli Junior Krupi. And then up front, we have Evan Nilsson, a player actually I thought Villa might fancy if we couldn't get the likes of Santos in or Igor Thiago, in from Brentford. Only the 5 goals from 19 this season. But again, Bournemouth have been struggling. Last season, he got 10 in 31, only 26 years of age. He's dangerous. He puts himself about. Again, his metrics aren't that bad this season. And defensively, he does get mucked in as well. But a very good striker, very capable striker that definitely we are going to need to be looking out for. In terms of injuries and suspensions, they are looking like they're going to be out without David Brooks, Julio Solier, whoa, hang on. Sancho was giving Rashford-ish vibes on the left wing. I mean, all of our play was going through Sancho, wasn't it, in that second half? Complete inverse of Watkins, very high big chance XG. Duncan, you are completely right. For Junior Krupi, he scores 10 goals for every 5 chances he's getting at the moment. I think Watkins needs about 5,000 chances to score 1. But, we live and we learn, right? They're definitely going to be out without Justin Kluivert, again, which is really, really big for Aston Villa, one of their standout players last year. They're going to be without Marcus Tavernier. They're going to be without Tyler Adams, who I believe, does he captain them when he plays? Possibly. And they're going to be without Ben Doak as well. I don't know whether he's on loan or whether they've actually signed him permanently from Liverpool. Now, in terms of the Aston Villa news for injuries, and we actually can go through it quickly here. There's confirmation. Wilson does join Sturm Graz on loan in the Austrian Bundesliga. Straight loan, no option to buy. He can finally get some time playing men's football. Sancho is a left winger. Play Rogers or Buendia on the right. Well, we're going to go through the lineup very, very soon. Very, very soon indeed. Here we are. Team news for the Cherries clash, as Ollie Watkins featured prominently, should be back in the starting lineup, I would imagine. Aston Villa welcome the return of Ollie Watkins and Amadou Onana for Saturday's Premier League trip to AFC Bournemouth. That's huge news for us. Jose, I would have really liked Omar Mamouche at Aston Villa. I think he fits the bill of an Emery player. I think he fits the bill of the profile of player that we really need. A loan could have really worked. Then I found out the geezer's on like £500 million a week. And I think that's probably where the balloon doth burst for us. Oh, X-Bills is in the chat, guys. If you don't know, X-Bills is a bit of a legend. I ran a marathon with him in Poland. He ran pretty much the whole way with me. And I had a really gammy knee. And I've known him since I was about 8 years old. They paid you $25 million for Ben Doak. Okay. Lee Johnson is going to do a bit of grammar correction on me. And I know, I'm not very good at pronunciations. He says it's Sturm, not Strum. So Sturm Graz. There we are. I will not forget it. Good. Our squad looks strong again. Yeah, it is looking okay. However, then you do go into the next bit, right? January signing ALYSSON is still awaiting his first team debut, despite being back in training. So Black Country Villain, if you are still here, yes, he was in training. He is not ready to feature this weekend. Now, I'm taking that as he won't be in the squad, but I don't know whether maybe we'll see him on the bench. Obviously, we're without John McGinn, Yuri Tielemans, Boubacar Kamara, and Andrés Garcia. I don't understand Andrés Garcia. Now I'm thinking that somehow Aston Villa have just gaslit us that he actually does exist, and that actually was just someone in a mask playing as him because he's back out. Tammy to start up front again for me. Ooh, we could have a few disagreements when we come to the lineup. But yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. So Emery said ALYSSON is coming back progressively. And of course, we have three players in the middle, Kamara, Yuri, and McGinn out. Now with Amadou Onana, he was not 100% last week. Lamar Bagard is always doing his task and helping us a lot, but needs to continue getting better. And that's fair enough, because I actually thought that Bogard showed how limited he was in that game. Ross Barkley is coming back. I think Ross Barkley is going to be back in the squad for this game as well. He was in full training. Should we get up the training pictures? What do we reckon? Should we get up the training pictures? Flange says, that was my next question. Who starts, Ollie or Tammy? We will be getting into that hopefully in the next 5 minutes, Flange. I just know that I do bloody ramble on. I know I ramble on. Let's have a little look at the training pictures, shall we? I think this should be the gallery. There's your five-a-side winners for this week's training. Rogers, Digne, Konsa, Harvey Elliott. What is going to happen with Harvey Elliott, by the way? Buendia won Player of the Month too. Good on him. He tries. George Hemmings in the five-a-side winners as well. I believe that's Ross Barkley. That looks like Barkley to me. So he is confirmed to be back in training. There he is, the main man himself, Tammy Abraham. Jadon Sancho in training as well. There he is. Oh, there you go. Complete confirmation. Ross Barkley back in first team training. Good. We have missed him sorely. There he is again. With what have they done here with the cool mirror effect? God, we're like 18-year-olds on Instagram apparently when we're taking our training photos. And there's Morgs as well. Esri Konsa doing what you should do. Don't sit on a football because you'll egg it. Sit on the little wheels, mate. Tammy, Matty Cash, my guy. Harv as well back there. Hemmings heavily involved there. Looks like he's skimming Emi Buendia as Tyrone Mings, Luca Digne, and the boss himself, Unai Emery, watches on. Dougie, Matson, all the boys there. Who's that there? Is that Dougie there? Could possibly be Douglas Luiz. Luca there, the boss, Still don't know how we feel about Emi Martinez. Pau Torres is still in training. Good. Lindelof, Harv. I mean, it looks like a pretty full house, right? Lamar Bagard in there. That looks like another under. There's Leon Bailey, Tammy. I mean, look, I'm happy with it. I mean, who's that? Who's that? Because I'm still not sure this guy exists. How are they saying he's injured when he's literally in? I suppose he's in the gym, isn't he? But apparently that's Andres Garcia. Although I'm not sure I believe it. I'm not sure I believe it at all. There he is as well. Black Country Villain, one for you there. Oh, he says Tammy to score tomorrow. Should have had a goal, possibly. Disallowed. But there he is. Alisson Edwards is in training. Hopefully we get to see him very, very soon. Another one that was in training as we go back over here. Another one that was in training was Brian Maggio, the 17-year-old that we recently signed. He is officially in training now. Very, very interesting indeed. But yeah, so all of those people out injured. We knew about that anyway. We look at the team form. And like I said, Bournemouth, all of a sudden, look a bit serious again. They look a little bit serious again. They beat Wolves, they beat Liverpool, drew with Brighton, drew with Newcastle, and beat Tottenham. Whereas we come into this, yes, we got those 3 wins against Fenerbahce, Newcastle, and Salzburg, but we lost to Brentford and we lost to Everton. Both. What number has Maggio? I don't know what number Maggio's got. I don't know whether he's got like an officially assigned number, but he hasn't featured for any of the youth teams. And obviously he is just in training with the first team fully. So I really don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, it's not looking good for us in terms of form. But in terms of the table, before we get into the lineups, this is what it means, right? This is what it means. Bournemouth come into this game 12th. However, a win could take them as high as 7th, where Brentford are, who of course just beat us. Whereas for Villa, we come into this game, yes, with a 1 point. We're 1 point behind City, who are second. City have to play Liverpool. Yeah, that's not an easy game at all. For them, we're still only, 7 points behind league leaders Arsenal, who have a tough game against Sunderland, who they've already drawn with this season. And Arsenal's form isn't spectacular either, right? 2 draws, a loss, 2 wins in their last 5. But whereas we had like a comfortable, I would say, gap beforehand over 4th, 5th, and 6th, it's not as comfortable anymore. Only 5 points above 4th place Manchester United, 6 points above Chelsea, who currently are 5th. Now, yes, I do agree. 6 points is a lovely cushion to have at this point of the season. That's 2 games, technically, that you could afford to lose and they could win. Obviously, their goal difference would take them above us. It would probably drop us into 5th. And they play Wolves. So you'd imagine them to go and absolutely smash Wolves. Would be good to go above Man City at last. I think Liverpool could do a number on City. Liverpool look better than City at the moment, for my money. I don't know if Billy, if you're still watching, what do you reckon? Liverpool v City? What's your prediction? He is a Liverpool fan. But United play Tottenham. They're probably going to beat Tottenham. United look really, really good at the moment. Tottenham don't look very good at all. And after the whole Conor Gallagher thing, I wish nothing but the worst for Tottenham. But anyway, so you'd expect both of them to get wins. So we really need to win. We really, really need to win against Bournemouth. But like I say, look at that form. If we go last 5, it's a telling story, isn't it? Bournemouth 3rd, Villa 7th in the form table. That's very, very telling. Very, very telling. Now, their home form, not, again, one to be desired. Can you, honestly, our home form, we're 4th and we lost our last 2 games at home. Do you know what I mean? I don't know where it's saying we're getting a win from. Newcastle, I mean, that's still our last 5. But this is our home games here. Bills is back. 100% we do a job on them. Billy, I hope you do. Or do I? Because I really don't want Arsenal to win the league. I don't know, Billy. We're going to have to discuss that in the chat. We'll discuss that in the boys' chat, Bill. I don't know. I think you probably will, though. Man U will slip up at one point, you think. I think so. I think this new manager bounce they're having under Carrick can't last forever. And also, I'd feel really bad if United won 5 games in a row, because then the United strand is just done. No one's going to care about him, and he's getting his livelihood out of having that massive afro at the moment. Man U, new manager bounce, they'll soon peter out. I hope so. I hope they do, because they're looking like a real threat to Villa at the moment, aren't they? And our hopes for the top 3. I think somehow you wouldn't have said it at the start of the season that Manchester United would be the ones pushing us, but there we are. But our home form, much, much better. And like I say, Bournemouth's home form, not that great. However, you know, they've won 6, drawn 4. They've only lost twice at home. So it's not too bad at all, really. And one of those losses, as you can see there, was against Arsenal, you know. Brummy Talks Horror says SOTV. Now, I'm going to imagine that is stop on the Villa, right? Or what is it? I don't know. John Barnes? I know who that is. All right, Brummy, I should have got it from Horror because he has horror tattoos all up his leg. That's someone that I play football with on a Saturday. Jakey, how are you, my son? How are you, my son? Absolute good. He is a Birmingham fan, I'll be honest, but he's a great guy. I agree with you, Anjan Duncan. I rate Carrick. I think he will do well, unfortunately. I think so. I just doubt that they're going to keep him, to be honest. I think they're going to try and go for that big summer signing of a big manager. Roger Sports happy to be mod. Yeah, I think Bills is my only mod, isn't he? How do I do that? Duncan, I'll figure that out and I'll make you one because I know you're going to be here all the time and you're a real sound guy. All good. What about you, mate? Jakey, I'm good. I just want us to be able to play a game of football, you know. I want to be on that sideline, watching the boys, managing the boys, and maybe getting a few minutes if I can. Same Dunk and Black Country Villain wants to be as well. Hey, you can all be. I trust all of you. Luckily, we're really blessed and lucky, or I am, that the community on this channel is really, really good. Manchester United will change to Glasner in the summer, even if Carrick does well. I think you're probably right. I think they probably will. I think they're going to go for that big marquee manager signing. But yeah, away form, actually, you think that away from home, Villa have like this reputation of not being great, but we're literally the second best away team in the league by 2 points. Only 3 points behind Arsenal in terms of our away form. Villa through and through. Up the Villa. So we're actually really, really good away from home, which makes me think that, you know, we should be well placed to actually do really, really well in this game. Now, in terms of our head-to-head against Bournemouth, as was pointed out very, very nicely by Flange a little bit earlier in this stream, Emery likes a game against Iriola. So this is from when Emery was in charge. I don't think Emery was in charge. No, he wouldn't have been for that game when Bournemouth beat us 2-0 at the Vitality. But since Emery has come to the club, a 3-0 win over Bournemouth in 2023, followed by a 2-2 draw, 3-1, 1-1, 1-0, and the big one earlier this season, right? And this was a game where I think everyone thought that Villa were actually serious now. You know, yes, Semenyo missed that penalty, but look, I mean, it was such I mean, Bundia free kick. Anana got that beautiful goal. Ross Barkley with the header, and then, oh, there he is. Don't you just miss him? Don't you just miss him? Hey, back when we had Kamara, John McGinn. Bloody hell. But look, he does clearly love a game against Iriola. Really, really good record. And hopefully, yeah, Gerrard's season opener, 2-0 defeat. Oh, God. The less said about the Gerrard era, the better, right? But I think we should get into the lineups. Let me see if I can just zoom in here. I mean, bloody hell. That's from the last video I've done there. So let's get rid of all of these guys, and we will go through what we want our lineup to be, guys. Hopefully it all is looking like okay on the screen. Sorry, I'm not the quickest typer in the world. I really should be, considering how much I type on a day-to-day basis. But let's just zoom out a little bit there and just drag that across. Does that look all right for everyone? If I drag it to there, is that a bit better so you can see? Everyone see the lineup there, and we can type it in live there as well as we go. Nightmares, Duncan. Yeah. Yeah, wasn't it just? Do you think Tammy could play with Watkins? Interesting. I don't, because one of them would have to play that 10 role, and I don't think either of them are 10s. So Iriola reminds me of the actor Alfred Molina. He looks exactly like Dr. Octopus, mate. If you were to chuck 4 metallic arms on him, that geezer is literally Doc Ock. It is. You're spot on, Lee. You are spot on. Right, guys. Like we done with the live Rogers Reports player ratings. Let me take a swig of this coffee. Black Country Villain thinks he can play with Tammy. Very, very interesting. I'm not sure. But that's why I love doing this, man. The opinions, and we can all discuss it as well. Remember it all too well. We played Everton at home, and Diego Carlos was out injured for his first season. Yeah, it was literally his first game, wasn't it? He got injured, or his second game. What a player he could have been. What a bloody player he could have been. Right. So like we've done with the Roger Reports player ratings, we'll go through and we'll get your suggestions, and then we'll ultimately go through and pick what we want our lineup to be for this Bournemouth game. Quick recap. Andres Garcia, out injured. Tielemans, McGinn, Kamara, obviously out injured, and Alisson Edward, all out injured. Harvey Elliott is 3 games away from triggering his thing now. So you would imagine he's probably not going to play. The Gerrard, I can scarcely remember a single. Yeah, it was awful. Nickelodeon, welcome. Watkins can't be up front, alone up front. Tammy takes the pressure off of him alone. Could work. It could work. Right. In goal. I mean, this is probably the easiest choice of the whole video, right? Emi Martinez or Marco Bizot? Who are we starting? Emi Martinez or Marco Bizot? Leave your comments in the live chat and then we'll put one in. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are going to go for. Tammy and Ollie swap out number 9. You'll almost never see. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit like the John Duran and Watkins situation. They just can't play together. Agree, Nickelodeon, but Emily will try. Emery, try it so soon. Emmy, Martinez, same comment there. Yeah, gone through that. Emmy, Martinez, 100% correct, guys. It is going to be Emi Martinez in goal. Of course, it's going to be Emi Martinez in goal. Who else would it be? Moving on to the right back. Again, the easiest choice. Do you want Lindelof in there? Do you want Ezri Konsa to go out to right back and Lindelof to start centre back? Or are we going Matty Cash? Whack your comments in the live chat. I mean, Lee Johnson's... Yeah, right? Do we need anyone else? Black Country Villain does agree that it's going to be Emi Martinez as well. Do we need any other comments apart from Lee? I don't think we do. Cash from Flange there. Cash from Duncan Kilburn. Nickelodeon, 81. Cash. Black Country Villain. Cash. You are all correct. It's money. It's cash. It's dollars. It's pounds. It's euros. It's yen. It's Matty Cash. It absolutely has to be. Now moving on to the right-sided centre-back. Again, I think the defence really does pick itself here. Are we all in agreement it's going to be Ezri Konsa, right? It's going to be Ezri Konsa on the right-hand side of that defence. It has to be. It has to be. I'll wait for the comments to come in. But I think the attacking portion of picking this team is going to be the interesting one, and I'll go through each position. Yeah, Ezri 100%. I was just waiting for the first one. We just needed one to confirm my suspicions that Ezri Konsa should 100% be starting on the right-hand side of that defence. Bundia at centre-back. If Bundia ever played in defence, that guy would actually get sent off in about 5 minutes because he just gets angry and starts kicking people. We don't have many options at all. I like Lindelof. I like Mings. And that's the interesting one, actually. This one's going to be the more interesting one, I think, to pick with all of you guys, because I think probably, obviously, maybe, possibly, I don't know. I think it's probably going to be Powell, right? And Flange has a thing here. She says Mings, and I wouldn't be against it. ALYSSON or Evan Nilsson, rather. He's a big, well, not big. He's like 6 foot, but he's quite a powerful striker. A lot of people coming through for Torres. No love for my Swedish goat, Lindelof. Powell from Black Country Villain. I think I'll go with the consensus, but I do agree. I think if the lineup came out though, and you saw Mings next to Powell, would you be angry about it? I actually don't think I would. Yeah, Nickelodeons, that's 2 for Mings. The majority did go with Pau Torres, and I think ultimately it's what Emery will do. He'll go for Pau in this game. But I wouldn't be against Tyrone Mings starting in that position, personally. I don't think I'd be against it. You know, I wouldn't be against Pau starting. Heck, I wouldn't even be against Lindelof starting in that position, to be honest with you. Now, moving out to the left-back position, no European game, which means Luca Digne has not had to play a midweek game. Is it going to be Luca Digne or is it going to be Ian Maatsen? Interestingly enough, we have a straight 50-50 split straight away because Duncan has gone Digne because it's away from home. Yet we're probably going to look to sit back, dominate possession and play very, very narrow through Bournemouth's ranks. Lee's gone for Maatsen. Black Country Villain's gone for Digne. We've got 2 for Digne, 1 for Maatsen, 3 for Digne. This is going to be interesting. We'll wait for a couple more to come through. We'll wait for Flange to put her vote in, as well as anyone else that is watching. Who would you guys start as Aston Villa's left back for the Bournemouth game? Now, I would actually go for Maatsen. Flange for that's 4 for Digne and 2 for Maatsen now. 4 for Digne, 2 for Maatsen. Guido has gone for Digne as well. And I think, wow. Lime Pettit, she's gone for Digne. Thinking he'll save Maatsen for Brighton. Nickelodeon away from home. I'm just a big Ian Maatsen fan, to be fair with you, Nickelodeon. I think he's a really, really good left back. But the consensus does win. We're a democracy on the Rodgers Reports channel. Now, Manchester City 2008 says Aston Villa sucks. We're 1 point behind you. You have to spend so much more money than us. And I assume that 2008 is when you first realised that Manchester City existed, right? If I had to hazard a guess. But with all the jokes aside, brother, I hope you are having a really, really good day. And Aston Villa, they don't. This is where you need us to be mods. I don't mind it, Flange. I don't mind it. Let everyone have their opinion. He must have been having the worst day ever. Maybe he's had a bad day at school or work and he just needed somewhere to vent. And also, you're a Manchester City fan. Why are you in an Aston Villa stream, bro? It's because we're big. We're big. Do one in the bin. I think you've been given your 1 billion to be 1 point ahead. They get 1 billion for every point. I think he's been put in his place enough, guys. But also, Manchester City fan, if I just get you back up, if you are new around here, subscribe, mate. And you can watch Aston Villa suck and then watch me talk about us sucking. How about that? I like that. I like that. Man City won nothing like Chelsea pre the fake money era. Completely correct. They were in the Championship knocking about that way. They did have Benjani. Did they sign Benjani at one point? Loved him. Absolutely loved him. Loved Nickelodeon as well. Good. Oh, did you sub? Cheers, mate. There you go. We've turned him around. I expect your YouTube username to be Aston Villa 2008 05E by the end of the day. Do it now. Go do it. No, I'm only joking, man. I hope you're all well. Where are we? Bloody hell. Right, midfielders. Who are we starting in our 2 pivots? Do we go straight in for Onana Louise? Does Lamar Bagard still get the nod because he's just been playing more minutes? Is there a surprise? Is George Hemmings going to get a chance? Who knows? Who knows? Georgie Kinklaze was about it for Man City. Do you remember, who was that winger they had? Was it Dickov? No. I can't remember. They had a winger as well in that, like that, just as they started getting money. He was absolutely amazing. He was absolutely amazing. I'm concerned about the midfield. Yeah. Marcus Rashford back to Villa. Marcus Rashford is going to get signed permanently by Barcelona, but I would absolutely love him back at Villa, by the way. I would absolutely love him. We need Onana and Dougie. End of. Flange has put the boot down. She says, end off. Dougie, keep our boy Marmoush warm. City going to get Vinny Jr. anyways. He seems like a problem, mate. I would honestly stay clear. He seems like he's causing a lot of issues at Real Madrid right now. A lot of issues at Real Madrid. Duncan is just 100 in. He is 100 in. Flange's comment. Onana, if he's fit. First match I ever went to Villa Park was a home game to Man City and Stuart Pearce was manager. Bloody hell. Fair play. Are we all under the agreement then that it has to be Onana and Dougie, right? I think that's the consensus that I am seeing in the chat. So Onana on maybe, I don't know who will go on the right. Is Onana more defensive than Louise, or is Louise more defensive than Onana? I actually don't know. Discuss in the comments. John Duran wants to come back to Manchester City. John Duran is going and playing in Russia now for Zenit St. Petersburg. He is going to release a YouTube video next week called How to Ruin Your Career as a Footballer. He has muscle tiredness. Get a massage and man up. I completely agree, man. He needs to just play football matches at this point. We paid 50 million for him. Do your job. Do you know what I mean? If my work were paying me 50 million pounds a year, I'm pretty sure they'd expect me to come in through thick and thin, if I'm being completely honest. Powers had way too many mistakes for a game like this, especially with Krupi on the pitch. We're going to have to watch out for Krupi because he's rapid. That's another reason I would have been probably leaning towards Maatsen, is to just deal with Krupi's pace. But, yes, Louise. It's going to be Louise and Onana in the double pivot. Now, this, I think, is where it gets really interesting, right? Yes, we line up in this 4-4-2. Really, it's like that, isn't it? We have that number 10, even though it is a 4-4-2. So, Manchester City to sign Sandro Tonali. Yeah, I mean, City will just go and spend another 400 million. I want Bugard to come good, but he seems to lack confidence. To be fair, he has kind of been chucked in at the deep end, hasn't he? It is a 4-2-3-1. I know it is a 4-2-3-1 at heart, isn't it? It's just a very narrow one, and I think that's where the 4-4-2 comparisons come from. Tonali to Juve, yeah, as long as he leaves Newcastle, because he's a problem. Right, should we go? Let's go for the right mid, or the right attacking mid, the right wing, or whatever you want to call it. Do we try and exploit Bournemouth's possibly weak and attack in an attacking sense strong, but weak left-hand side defensively? And do we chuck Leon Bailey in there? Does Jadon Sancho retain his position on the right? Or does Morgan Rogers come over and play on the right-hand side? Let me know. Duncan reckons that Rogers should start over on the right-hand side. Lee Johnson has gone for Leon Bailey. Get in there, get the pace, get the directness against Trufer, who will be going forward. Let's see. I'll wait for a couple more to come in. Let me know. Right-sided midfielder for Villa in the Bournemouth game. Who do we think? Jose Martinez has gone for Bundia on the right. Black Country Villain has gone for Leon Bailey on the right-hand side. Are Bournemouth good in the air? Not particularly. They're not a team that stand out as, really good at winning aerial duels. Marcus Senese is barely 6 foot. None of their sort of fullbacks are massive. Their midfielders aren't massive either. Newcastle can't spend their money, mate. They literally can't spend their money because of FFP. I would say Rogers on the right-hand side. Still listening, but batch cooking super. Cannot take my eye off it. You do you. Bro thinks it's career. He does think it's career mode. Watch out. He'll be coming for Mo Salah next. Bailey. I think the consensus is Bailey on the right-hand side. And you know what? I'm not mad at that. And I'll tell you for why. I think... Oh, bloody hell. If I can type. Hit like and subscribe all. Hey, Duncan knows the deal. I'll tell you why I'm happy with Leon Bailey being the consensus for the right-hand side. That is because Trufer is really, really attacking. And not only is Trufer a really, really attacking fullback, I don't think that their wingers particularly will track back. And Trufer loves a yellow card. And if we can get Bailey at him and get Trufer booked early, then Bailey could have all of the joy in the world against him. Am I sensing some hate towards Leon Bailey? Not from me. I got him on the back of my shirt last season, so I was fuming when he went out on loan to Roma. I really like Leon Bailey. I think at his peak, at his top, if he can maintain that level, he is a spectacular player. We should not have state-owned club. Yeah. Especially ones with over 100 charges. 105? Will Onana be able to play a match without having another 3 weeks off to recover? I'm telling you, I've said it twice on this stream, which means I've now said it 1,000,001 times in real life. Amadou Onana was factory. He was lab made to be a footballer. 6'5", quick, powerful, good on the ball, lovely first touch. It just so happened that he was also made in the lab where the grannies were knitting the shreddies, and he falls apart. Man City to sign Jude Bellingham. You're definitely playing career mode. And talking about that, there is going to be a career mode series on the channel. Love Bailey. Yes, love Bailey. Definitely Duncan. Make the most of Bailey before his hamstring goes again. What is it with Villa and injuries? But I think, yeah, Bailey on the right-hand side, get at Truffert, get him booked. Truffert will go on marauding runs forward. Onana has potential to be the best defensive midfielder in the Prem. Absolutely. He knows that we're onto him. He knows that we're onto him. Just make sure you subscribe. And tell all your Manchester City friends to subscribe as well, because Aston Villa are a really good club that you should all pay attention to. Now, moving on to the left-hand side. Def think Bailey, yeah. Going on to the left-hand side then, guys. Is it going to be Morgan Rogers on the left? Is it going to be Sancho on the left? Or is it going to be Emi Buendia? Let's have a look. Billy Roman has gone for Sancho, the goat. Scary hours on the left-hand side. Duncan Kilburn has gone... Oh, no, he's gone for Sancho on the left-hand side. Nickelodeon Buendia, I like his style, but away we need resilience. Black Country Ceiling says, don't look back in anger. I heard you say... Yeah, that's right. I am a professional singer as well. I got it all, man. I'm a triple threat. Lee Johnson, Sancho on the left-hand side. Hey, it's all right. It's all good, brother. It's all good, man. You enjoy your evening, sir. We're a bit split. Sanch, Buendia is an amazing super sub. Duncan's going for Buendia at 10. I think we're probably going to end up with Rogers in the 10, it looks like. Nickelodeon is saying Sancho 100%. Black Country Villain is going for Sancho. It looks like the consensus is Scary Hours, Jadon Sancho, which means I'm going to have to just override everything. And I understand, Duncan, you wanted Rogers on the right-hand side, but Rogers will be playing in that number 10 role if Sancho's on the left, because Rogers is guaranteed to start, I think. Left wing is Sancho's role, to be fair. It is, yeah. I think he has been doing all right on the right, but, you know. Yeah, Rogers in that number 10. And again, I'm not angry at this because you'd want Rogers to be on Alex Scott, stifling him. And Rogers does press really quite well and really quite effectively. And if Rogers can break that line between, well, if he can break the line between Scott and their defense, then, you know, we're in for a winner. And it is. It is. Nickelodeon has got it spot on. Let's get that up here. So it's between Tammy and Watkins for the last spot. And he is spot on. It is. Get your comments in. Billy says, I think Tammy is going to be better off the bench. Watkins can have a good 60 to 70 minutes and then Tammy could come on. Duncan also says Tammy at striker number 9. Now, whilst all of you guys are putting in and please do, guys, if you are watching, put in who you want to start up front for Villa against Bournemouth in the live chat right now. I'm just going to have a little bit of a chat about it before I go through all of your comments. So please do get all of them in. There's an argument to be made for both of these guys to start. And there's an argument, I think, for both of them to be better off the bench. Tammy is your clinical striker, right? He is your number 9 that you want to come off the bench, and when everyone else is a bit tired because they've been run ragged by an Ollie Watkins, by Rogers, Bailey, Sancho, defenders are more likely to leave that 5 yards of space, that yard of space, which is all that someone that's a bit more clinical than Watkins, i.e. Tammy, needs. I'm going to put this comment on the screen. That's all they need sometimes, right, is that extra yard. And you will get that when the defenders are getting a bit tired, lapses in concentration. To be concentrating and playing football for 90 minutes is really, really hard. So there's that argument for Tammy coming on. He's going to get the extra space in those last 20 minutes of a game, and he's more clinical than Watkins. And Watkins will run the defence ragged for the first 70 minutes. Now, the argument for Watkins to start is almost the same, but slightly the opposite, right? Tammy, again, defenders are going to have to be switched on in a different way with Tammy, because he's not going to run into the channels and run them ragged and press and, you know, get on the ball and dribble down to the corner flag and force them to work as much as Watkins. But they know, again, if they give Tammy a yard, it's a goal. Simple as that, right? I think anyway, I hope, after we did sign him. So they know they need to be on it 100%. And he is probably going to be more physical in the terms of like backing into his defender, leaning on them, you know, wearing him down that way. And then you bring Watkins on for the last 15, 20, 25 minutes. Against tired legs, he's the one that's going to get in behind, play on the shoulder of the last man, be that annoyance, run into the channels, drag the defenders everywhere. Possibly then, when they're tired and they can't get back in as much, or the defense can't keep up with the likes of Rodgers, Bailey, Sancho, Bundia, you'd imagine would be on by that point. That's when those gaps start opening. So it's whether you would trust, for me, is whether you could, you know, whether you want to rely on goals from Rodgers, Sancho, Bailey, and the likes of them, or you want to go for, you know, the clinicalness of Tammy. That's what you need to do. Now, that's a very sad man. That is a very sad man. Right, Bill, if Billy is in here, get this guy out, because he is a very, very sad man. That's just sad to see. You know, I would imagine he's... Yeah, I'll sort out the mods for you. I'm hoping Billy can do it. If not, I'm hoping I can go in and do it. Now, I'd imagine this guy's either 40 and really depressed, or he's going to be about 5, isn't he? Let me see if I can... Let's see if that works. Likely a bot. Yeah, maybe. Right. There we go. Right, he has been reported and everything. So he is gone now, guys. He is gone. Thank you, everyone, for that. Yeah, Duncan, I'm going to... Let's see. I will sort out you being a mod. I will do that. How sad, though. How sad is it that people live their lives like that? And I really just hope that guy's all right. Like, if he isn't a bot, I hope he's all right. And I hope he has a good support network around him. And if he's going through something and that's why he wants that to be his outlet, I hope he's all right. Let's just put it that way, man. Let's put it that way. Anyway, back to the video. Back to the video. Who are we saying then? Who are we saying? Let's go through all of this. Sorry, you have to listen to my spiel about it all as well. So, let's go here. Let's go here. Duncan, 1 vote for Tammy Bloody Abraham. Black Country Villain, who I'll also make a mod, has gone for Tammy Abraham. Now, Nickelodeon, I think, has gone for Tammy Abraham as well. We have 3 votes for Tammy. Dean your crosses to Tammy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that could be nice. That could be nice. If we can get them on Tammy's head. Lee Johnson goes for Tammy. John Nally goes for... That rhymes. Sorry. Did I just turn into 50 Cent there? John Nally goes for Tammy. Duncan, use Tammy as a super sub. Who do you want to start, Tommy? Not Tommy. Tammy. Duncan. Who's starting? Who's starting? Oh, there's another one. We'll go for that again. How have they found us? How have they found us? Unless he just has loads of accounts. Anyway, right. Where are we? Yeah, sorry, Duncan. Who do you want to start? Tammy or Watkins? Sorry, guys. I'm just a little bit thrown off. I'm quite sad that people like doing that, isn't it? Sorry about that. I will get back into the flow of things very, very shortly. Don't worry. Credo goes for Ollie. He loves a goal at Bournemouth. Tammy for now. I'd like to see him get a run of games. Watkins tends to disappear, so maybe a sub. Yeah. Watkins will miss the big chances. He will. I think Tammy could be amazing. Could be in the starting 11. Rogers could put some amazing through balls to him. He could, and he'd actually finish them. Yeah. Yes, Duncan, I will. I'm going to get that sorted. Yeah, Black Country Villain. There's a few of them apparently today. There is a few of them today. Tammy has some skills in the air, so it gives us a good starting position, but Watkins to be useful off the bench. I think so. Yeah, Tammy. There it is. That is going to be your Aston Villa starting 11 as picked by us fans for the Bournemouth game. We have gone for Emi Martinez in goal, Matty Cash at right back, with Concert Powell in the middle and Luca Digne on the left-hand side. Amadou Onana and Douglas Luiz are the two holding midfielders in that pivot. There's a third one. Where are all these guys coming from? Honest to God. Bloody hell. Sorry, guys. I don't know where all these guys are coming from. Yeah, Billy, it is so sad, isn't it? It is. I don't know where they're all coming from. Honestly. So yeah, sorry, where did we get to? Luiz and Onana in that holding role. And then we've gone for Bailey on the right-hand side, likely. But yeah, I have got rid of all of them so far, Black Country Villain. Jono, I'll go 4-4-2 and have Tammy and Watkins up front. It's an interesting choice, and it definitely could happen. We've gone for Bailey on the right, Sancho on the left, Rogers in the 10, and then Tammy Abraham up front. I'd love to watch our young player, Brian Maggio. He's training with the first team. He is training with the first team. So it could happen. It could happen. Right. Let's just switch back over here to now we've gone through that team. Everyone's happy with that team. Let me just switch back over here. There we go. So there we have it. Our team has been picked. Oh my God, there's a third one. Or I honestly don't understand where all of these guys are coming from. Honest to God, YouTube needs to sort this out. I can't wait to see Maggio. I can't wait to see him either. Are we going to sit back and feel out Bournemouth or go at them from the start? I think the fact that we beat them 4-0, we should go for them, right? What do you guys think? Should we just go for them? I've probably got another 5-10 minutes, guys. It's kind of probably all Spurs fans. Jeffrey Bungle has done the British thing and found the humour in all of this, hasn't he? I don't understand whether like it's been like tweeted out, or is there people? Are these people just literally like going through like YouTube and just trying to find like streams and just commenting on all of them? Really sad. Really sad. But what do you guys think? Do we go for them? Maggio is one to watch for sure. Guys, I have a really special video coming out tomorrow, by the way. Almost forgot to say. Up the Villa, Luke Robinson from Up the Villa fan channel is going to feature on the channel, as well as AVFC The Religion from the Twitter sphere universe, as well as Warky AVFC, who's a good lad with a good following over on TikTok. And we're going to be tier listing and reviewing Aston Villa's January transfer windows. That should all be coming out tomorrow, all being well. Would it be a disaster if we don't win? No, yes and no, because you know, even if we don't win and Chelsea and United both win, then we're still what, 2 points above United, 3 points above Chelsea. So like, it's not like the worst thing in the world. If we get Digne, Duncan Kilburn really wants Luca Digne to put that ball on a sixpence right on Tammy's head to get some goals. Yeah, it is and it isn't, right? A disaster. I think if we lose, especially with all of our injury concerns at the moment, the fact that we've lost back-to-back games at Villa Park and now lose away from home, the likelihood that United and Chelsea will both win, panic bells will definitely start ringing. I think we do go for Bournemouth from the start. I don't think we need to sit back. Bournemouth play expansive football, and Villa play best against teams that play expansive football. So I think we'll look to soak up a little bit of possession and then just play through them exactly how we done at Villa Park. And Douglas Luiz is more than capable of being the outlet to the quarterback to play those balls effectively. Right now, I'm super focused on 5th place for Champions League football. Yeah, England will get the coefficient spot, so it's all we need to do. But it's time, guys. It's time, because I am getting hungry, and it is dinner time. Thank you all for watching. But it's time for our predictions before we go. Predictions and final questions is what I want from you guys. Oh my God, there's another one. Banned and deleted. Don't worry, guys. Banned and deleted. Yeah, in the comments, live chat, any final questions that you have for me? Yeah, Black Country, I've got rid of them already. It's terrible. Yeah, your score predictions and any last comments. Louise's first debut was at home versus Bournemouth. Is that where he scored the screamer? I think it was. I think he scored the absolute screamer in that game. But come on, guys. Score prediction, final comments. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sorry, I've been listening to so much bloody Encanto because my daughter likes listening to it. It's stuck in my head now. I catch you on All Villa, no filler shortly. Oh, very nice. Is that another show? 2-1 Villa, flange. Hopefully a Villa win, 2-1 from Black Country Villain. Deaths. 1-1, Jeffrey Bungle, no. Don't kill the vibe. It's going to be a tough game. Lee Johnson's gone for 3-1 to Aston Villa. Aston Villa to win, surely. Yeah, he's just clarified that. I just said 3-1, but I assumed you meant Aston Villa, good sir. Frankie Maguire, well worth a watch. I will definitely give that a watch. I'll hop on in. I will hop on in. Who are we waiting for that's been commenting a lot? We're just waiting for a couple more comments. Here we go. I never expect a clean sheet these days. Yeah, and then sometimes we go on a good run of clean sheets, right? Against Fenerbahce and then Newcastle, back-to-back clean sheets in those two games. What about my prediction, though, guys? What about my prediction? We'll try and finish up in the next 3 minutes. Don't see Penne much now. I see him on TikTok, Penne. I want to try and get him on the channel. What do you guys think? Should I try and get him on the channel? I might reach out to him and try and get him on. I'm going to go 2-1. I think Villa should have enough to edge it, and that is 2-1 to Aston Villa. Don't worry. But I think how we're playing at the moment and how dodgy we've looked, again, I can't see us keeping a clean sheet, right? I can't see us keeping a clean sheet in this game. Junior Kropey's on top form. Evan Nilsson is the exact type of player you don't want Pau Torres to play against. They've got quick wingers. They're direct. They play expansive football. And we are going through a transitional phase with our midfield at the moment. So it's going to be tough to keep a clean sheet. However, I do think we're going to get a win. I do think Tammy Abraham is going to get his first official non-VAR chalked off goal back at the club. His first ever goal for Villa as a permanent player. He's only ever scored for us on loan, of course. And I'm also going to go with a Leon Bailey goal to make us win 2-1. And just to slightly ease the nerves of all of the fans, including me, I don't know whether it's including you, that are just starting to get a little bit worried that we might be falling off, which, I mean, to be fair, with all our injury concerns, is fair enough, I think. But I think we are going to get a win. Bailey goal. I am going for it. And then I'll tell you what, if he scores, I will wear my Leon Bailey away kit from last season in the review. And also, guys, the review is going to be live. I will schedule it on the channel for... What time will the game end? The game kicks off at 3. I'll probably go live around the same time as today. So probably 6 p.m. on Saturday, guys, I will be live. I'm hoping for that tier list video with all of the features should be coming out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. As always, Rogers Reports family. I don't know whether, do I apologize? I don't know. Yeah, 6 p.m. I'm putting on my bet builder, Bailey, and oh, God, no. Don't make me responsible for your finances. Yeah, I don't know whether I apologize or whatever about those idiots in the chat putting that stuff. I really am sorry. I'm going to make Duncan and Black Country Villain mods going forward. Obviously, Billy is in here as well, modding. I don't know whether he had to go. He might have work today, to be fair. So I do apologize about those idiots. But thank you, everyone else, for coming in, for being in the first Rodgers Reports live preview ever, I think, on the channel. Hopefully it's something that we can do more going forward. Was Bailey in your team? He was on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side, he was. But yes, I'll see you guys. Yeah, cheers all, up the Villa. I'll see all you guys on Saturday, hopefully, for the match review. And hopefully it's a happy one, right? Hopefully we're not all worried that we might be losing our top 5 spot. Thank you ever so much, guys. I wish you all the best this evening, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. See you soon for some good Villa content. See you later, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.